Hello everyone, welcome to Tutorials, Tips, and Tricks. My name is Dreld, and for the next few episodes I'm going to be talking about the archetype mage, more specifically about soul trees. Now the first spec I'm going to show you is a Necromancer Warlock spec. Now this is going to be for the damage roll in a group or a solo spec. I'm going 5 out of 5 Deadly Plague. This will cause my Plague Bolt to put an additional stack of Deathly Calling on the target, and then my Plague Bolt will do extra damage per stack of Deathly Calling. 3 out of 5 Death's Ally, increasing my damage and my pet damage. 3 out of 3 Flesh Rot. This will increase the duration of my necrosis and its damage. Fresh Graves. This is going to affect some of my pet skills. Then I have Grave Rot. Now this is an AoE, it will apply Deathly Calling to the targets that it damages, and it's an instant cast. Then Life Bane. This will increase the damage of my pet for every point that I spend in the Necromancer's Soul. Kinda handy. Soul Purge. This one is going to be how I'm primarily going to be getting rid of my charge. On my offensive spells, you will normally have a plus charge, and as that builds, you're going to want to spend it. This is the main way I'll be doing that. It's a damage over time, plus it heals myself and my pet. Ancient Tomb. This is going to improve 2 of my pets. I have 3 total at the moment. This will improve 2 of them, and they will do extra damage, a little bit extra damage, in the points I spend in Necromancer above 21. Feign Death, just in case I have to act like I'm dead. Then I have Empty the Crypts. This is going to be on a cooldown, but I can summon 5 additional pets for a short period of time. It will also consume charge. Now, Clattering Bones will do a couple of things. First, my Bone Shatter will decrease the damage my tanking pet is taking, but then also it will improve the critical strike damage bonus of my DPS, my melee DPS pet's Blood Spike by 150%. Will also increase the reduction of its cooldown, but I'll get into that in a little bit. I'm going 5 out of 5 Magical Affinity. This will increase the charge I get from my spells by 25%, allowing me to use Soul Purge more often. Then I have 3 out of 3 Improved Life Leech. These points could be spent somewhere else if you like. This is just to help with my downtime if I seem to have a problem with that. Alright, so, rotation for this particular spec. The main goal is to increase the damage of your pet. How do you do this? Well, if you look at the first skill for your melee DPS pet, the Zealot, this is the improved version, Jagged Wound. It'll do damage, but then it'll do 100% more damage if the target has Necrosis. Necrosis is my instant cast damage over time spell. It'll also do 50% more damage if you have Looming Demise. Well, Looming Demise is an instant cast debuff. The next spell, Soul Rend, this goes back to that talent. It will increase the damage of this particular skill by 30% per stack of Deathly Calling, which you'll be applying with either Plague Bolt or your Grave Rot. It'll stack up to 5 times. And also do another 50% damage if you have Looming Demise. Blood Spike. Going back, that talent increases the critical strike bonus. Well, this skill will crit if you have Necrosis. It'll also consume a stack of Deathly Calling, but it reduces the cooldown of Blood Spike. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to show you is your AoE DPS pet. Now the first one is more single target. Your tanking pet's pretty self-explanatory, works similarly, but this pet is a little bit different. Just like your Zealot pet, you want Necrosis, Looming Demise, and be stacking Deathly Calling at all times. Now, Ruination. This will do damage, but it will also apply Necrosis to any target that this cast hits, if your original target has Necrosis. It'll do 100% more damage if your target has Looming Demise. It will also apply Looming Demise to all the targets it hits. Now, if it hits a target that has Deathly Calling, it will chain up to 4 enemies that are affected by Deathly Calling. It will also consume a stack of Deathly Calling for every enemy hit. This means you want to use it in conjunction with Grave Rot, so multiple things have Deathly Calling. Oblivion. This will do damage, but then if the target has Necrosis, it will hit any target within 10 meters that has Necrosis for more damage. That means this applies necrosis. This will then hit those targets that have necrosis. It will also do additional damage to the original target for every target it hits. The last one, Blood Corruption. This is a damage over time. It will convert a stack of Deathly Calling into a stack of Blood Corruption. So it does more and more damage the longer it's up. It goes up to 5 stacks. Alright, so this will bring an end to this episode of Tutorials, Tips, and Tricks. My name has been Drelled. Thank you for watching.